First, natural language processing, recent advances, challenges, and future direction. Introduction. The application of computational techniques to the analysis and synthesis of natural language and speech is generally called as natural language processing. It is used in very many real-time applications for communicating with the machines and the humans, communication between the machines and humans. Uh, Natural language processing (NLP) combines computational linguistics, machine learning, and deep learning models to process human language. Computational linguistics, computational is science of understanding and constructing human language models with computers and software tools. NLP drives computer programs that translate text from one language to another language, respond to spoken commands, and summarize large volume text rapidly, even in real time. Means some of the works done by the NLP can be conversion or translation of one language to another language, or respond to the spoken commands. Example, if we talk about Siri or Alexa or any Google Assistant, these all are the NLP based models which can be which understands the command what that we give and the response accordingly as we require. Even conversion of the language from one language to another language. We hear in case of Google, it has a translator. Even in many social media applications, uh, it will give an option of translation. Means it all these such applications of translation of one language to another language is made using natural language processing, and even summarize the volumes of text rapidly. All right. Now, major tasks done by the NLP. First thing, speech recognition, also called as speech to text, is the task of reliability converting voice data into text data. Speech recognition is required for any application that follows voice commands or answers spoken questions. What makes speech recognition especially challenging is the way people talk, quickly slurring words together with varying emphasis and information in different accents and often using incorrect grammar. Here, the major task is speech recognition. In this case, we generally have many applications, or even in our Google keypad also, there is an option called mic. Means whatever we speak on our mic, that will automatically convert that spoken command into the speech, and it will be used in the mobile. Means this is the application or task of this natural language processing. And here there are many challenges to this option because uh, different people have different types of speaking ability. Means some people may speak very good English, some may not speak good English, some may speak with mistakes, some people may not pronounce the words accurately. These are many things. And parts of speech tagging, all also called as grammatical tagging, is the process of determining the parts of speech of a particular word or piece of text based on its use and constant. Part of speech identifies make as a verb in I can make a paper plane, and noun in what make of car do you own. Here, the major thing is parts of speech, the application of NLP in parts of speech is example. If we open the Google tab and if we search something, means suppose just give search for what is the meaning of any word, then it will give whether the word is noun, means what is the meaning of the word in case of noun, in case of pronoun or verb or any other case. Means then here the natural language processing will uh, it categorizes the different situations of of a word which is usage of a word, and it will give accordingly. Means in case of noun it will give one example, in case of pronoun it will give one example, and so many like that. So this is the another application of natural language processing. And then word sense disambiguation is the selection of the meaning of a word with multiple meanings through a process of semantic analysis that determine the word that makes the most sense in the given context. For example, word sense disambiguation helps distinguish the meaning of the verb make the grade versus make a bed, which is achieve and place. Now, named entity recognition or NEM identifies words or phrases as useful entities. NEM identifies Kentucky as a location or Fred as a man's name. Now, co-reference resolution is the task of identifying if and when two words refer to the same entity. The most common example is determining the person or object to which a certain pronoun refers. But it can also involve identifying a metaphor or an idiom in the context, in the text. Example, an instance in which bear isn't an animal but a large hairy person. Yeah. Sentiment analysis attempts to extract subjective qualities, attitudes, emotions, sarcasm, confusion, suspicion from the text. Now, natural language generation is sometimes described as the opposite of speech recognition or speech to text. It's the task of putting structured information into human language, which is like converting text to speech. Natural language processing tools and approaches. First thing, Python and the Natural Language Toolkit, NLTK, is a major library which we use in Python language for various applications of NLP. So, the Python program language provides a wide range of tools and libraries for attacking specific NLP tasks. Many of these are found in Natural Language Toolkit or NLTK, an open source collection of libraries, programs, and education resources for building NLP programs. The NLTK includes library for many of the NLP tasks listed above, plus libraries for subtasks such as sentence parsing and word segmentation and stemming and lemmatization, methods of trimming words down to their roots, and tokenization for breaking phrases, sentences, paragraphs, and passages into tokens that helps the computer better understand the text. It also includes libraries for implementing capabilities such as semantic reasoning, the ability to reach the logical conclusions based on the facts extracted from the text. The NLP use cases. Natural language processing is the driving force behind machine intelligence in many modern real-world applications. Here are a few examples, like spam detection. You may not think spam detection as an NLP solution, but the best spam detection technologies use NLP's text classification capabilities to scan emails for language terms characteristic that often indicates spam or phishing. These indicators can include overuse of financial terms, characteristics, bad grammar, threatening language, inappropriate urgency, misspelled company names, and more. Spam detection is one of the handful of NLP problems that experts consider mostly solved, although you may argue that this doesn't match your email experience, but still it performs very well in many applications in email spam detection. Machine translation. Google Translate is an example of widely available NLP technology at work. Truly useful machine machine translation involves more than replacing words in one language with words of another. Effective translation has to capture accurately the meaning and tone of input language and translate it to text with the same meaning and desired impact in the output language. The machine translation tools are making good progress in terms of accuracy. A great way to test any machine translation tool is to translate text to one language and then back to original. An off-cited classic example, not long ago translating. The spirit is, this is an example, you can see, you can pause the video and see that. Virtual agents and chatbots. Virtual agents such as Apple's Siri, Amazon's Alexa use speech recognition to recognize patterns in voice commands and natural language generation to respond with appropriate actions or helpful comments. Chatbots perform the same magic in the response to text entries. The best of these also learn to recognize contextual clues about human requests and use them to provide even better responses or options over time. The next enhancement for these applications is a question answering, the ability to respond to our questions anticipated or not with relevant and helpful answers in their own words. Best example for these chatbots is ChatGPT. Social media sentiment analysis. NLP has become an essential business tool for uncovering hidden data insights from social media channels. Sentiment analysis can analyze language using social media posts, responses, reviews, and more to extract attitudes and emotions in a person in response to products, promotions, and events. Information companies can use in product designs, advertising campaigns, and more. Text summarization. Text summarization uses NLP techniques to raise huge volumes of digital text and create summaries and synopsis for indexes. Research database or busy readers who don't have time to read full text. The best text summarization applications use semantic reasoning and natural language generation to add useful context conclusions to summaries. Recent advances in NLP. Transfer learning. Transfer learning is a machine learning technique where a model is trained for one task and repurpose for second task that's related to the main task. So instead of building and training a new model from the scratch, which is expensive, time consuming, and requires huge amounts of data, you will just need to fine tune the pre-trained model. This means a business can complete NLP tasks faster using small amounts of labeled data. Low code tool going mainstream. Before, if you want to build an NLP model, you need a solid background in the field of coding skills to use open source libraries and machine learning knowledge, not anymore. Multilingual NLP will grow. Most NLP advances to date have been focused on English, but companies like Google and Facebook are now publishing pre-trained multilingual models which can perform just as well as better than monolingual lingual models. Now, combining supervised and unsupervised machine learning methods. When training a model for NLP, combining both supervised and unsupervised methods seems to provide more accurate results. Automating customer service, tagging tickets, and new era chatbots. This has been a thorough year for customer service as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. There has been a tremendous increase in support tickets across all industries from travel to finance. For business, it has been a challenge to deal with increasing ticket volume and provide fast responsive urgent queries. NLP for social media monitoring. Sentiment analysis or open mining will keep playing an important role in 2022, means it is a year where the social media has become very huge, means has become very high in usage by the people. So we are mostly considering the year 2022, allowing business to monitor social media and gain real-time insights into how customers feel towards their brand or products, detecting fake news and cyberbullying. NLP has become an essential tool to reduce the time and human efforts to detect and prevent the spread of fake news and misinformation. This year, with so much false information on COVID-19 making the rounds, we have already seen some interesting approaches towards the automatic fake news detection. Some major challenges of using natural language processing. Major challenges of using natural language processing. The majority of the difficulties come from the data complexity as well as the features like sparsity, where, variety, dimensionality, and the dynamic properties of data sets. NLP is still a young technology. Therefore, there is a lot of room for engineers and business to tackle the numerous unsolved problems that come with deploying NLP systems. Let's take a look into some of those challenges in the more detail below. Now, phrasing and ambiguities. Still, another human beings find it difficult to decipher what someone intends when someone says something vague in a careful study of their statements. There will not be a clear succinct meaning to found to address this problem, and NLP system has to be able to look for context that will assist it to comprehend the phrase. It may sometimes be necessary to seek clarification from the user. Misspellings. Misspellings are the misspellings and the training data. Training data. NLP is all about studying language in order to better comprehend. To become proficient in language, a person must immerse in continually for years. Even a greatest AI must spend a substantial chunk of time reading, listening to, and using the language. Phrases and multiple intentions. Because certain words and queries have many meanings, your NLP system won't be able to oversimplify the use issue of by understanding simply one of it. Keeping a conversation moving. Many current NLP applications are based on human machine communication. As a result, your NLP AI must be able to keep the dialogue going by asking more questions to gather more data and concentrate pointing to a solution. Thank you. And this is the end of today's topic, and I hope you have got clarity. Thank you.